Alright, so I know it's been a couple of days. Can we please not address the fact that I look like a tomato? Please, for once. Like, I mean, I know that I got, like, hella sunburned. Because I thought yesterday at Pittsburgh Pride it was a good idea not to wear sunscreen because my skin is super sensitive. And let me just say, oh, is it sensitive? Hence why I'm cosplaying a tomato. Anyways, we have the one of the cars I have been meaning to review forever. I've just been really, really slow on it because I got a lot going on. Hello? Hello? Disappearing curb? Hello? Hello? What? Forza Horizon 6 is a great game with no obvious flaws. What it is, though, is a great game with great cars. Now, because it's so light outside, I can't really time my, like, I usually do the lighting to time whenever my face cam and the gameplay lines up, so I have to, just make that as loud as possible, so I can do it based off sound instead. But this is, of course, I didn't even introduce the car yet. It's the Toyota Chaser. The Toyota Chaser. And I know nothing about this car. Literally nothing. I don't even know if it has a 2J0 or what. It sounded like a freaking 5-cylinder for a while there. Also, I did just see... do I actually have all the car slots filled in? Nope, because, of course, one of my display cars is in another garage. That's something unfortunate I did find out. Display cars, you could only have if I set this car as the display car here, if I set it for a display at another garage, it will not be in this one anymore. You can only have one car for all of your display slots. So if you do want to have the same car in multiple slots, you'll have to buy and build multiple of the same car. Kinda unfortunate, but I guess, in a way, I guess it makes sense. Anyways, I don't even know what car I'm gonna put here. I shouldn't even be doing this. I should be focusing on the car at hand. R33, you go here, I guess. R33 Skyline, you live here now. Anyways, this thing, yes, let's do this. I know this thing has a wide body kit. I know it has some great customization, so let's actually get into the customization first. We do have TRD bumper. Oh my god, I love that. Now, get on my car. Get on my car. Oh my god, are you kidding me, dude? I wasn't expecting it to look this good. Okay. We also have Why it look like that? Ew. 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 Ugh. Why? Who would put those bumpers on? Or wings on? Who would put those on? Ugh. I kind of like that bumper though. Anyways, the hood, we also have TRD hoods. Ooh. More like TRD grills. Okay. Okay. I kind of like that though. I like that though. I like that. And then skirts. Okay. That looks sick. I actually freaking love that. I had no idea this thing was gonna have TRD parts. This thing of all things has TRD parts. What it also has is an Origin Lab wide body kit. You know what? No. Okay. Well, we do have finally engine software, 2.5 liter, what I can only assume is an inline 6, 276 horsepower. I want to say that's a 1JZ. I want to say that's a 1J. However, we also have... Maybe that's the 1J. Maybe this is like a tuned 1J and this is a stock 1J. Maybe a 2J, I don't know. V8? No. V10. Interesting. Racing... Why does it have a racing V12? And the GRGT engine swap. We're gonna go with this. The, what I know or believe is the 1J. And we'll throw out a single turbo. Actually, let's do this as, like, kind of... I don't even know if it will be a sleeper, but we'll go all-wheel drive, I guess. And then let's throw it... I don't even know, like, what else I want to do to this. Like, what class should I rock it? I think A-class with this would be pretty good. So let's start on semi-slicks. And we... Okay, thankfully we can't get them too thick. I think we'll do the highest 265s front and rear, just to be safe. Yeah, and then we'll also get the wheels out. But now for the... what? The rims. My brain is just... It's been a day. 2 days, actually, because Pride was fun. I will say, Pride was amazing, and I cannot wait for next year's. At first, I thought it wasn't, like... I thought I would be a little overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed, but I mean, like... It was so cool. There's so much stuff in these. I got these little crates. I'm actually surprised I only spent $35. And I didn't even buy food. Mainly because I would be waiting in line for I'd be waiting in line for 3 hours for a pretzel that cost me my kidney. Anyways, I actually like these ADV ones. We'll also definitely have to increase their size. I will say, though, I actually love the Chaser. But I would love it even more if there's a wagon version. I have no idea if there's a wagon version of the Toyota Chaser. And if there's not a wagon version of the Toyota Chaser, make one. Someone probably has made a custom wagon Toyota Chaser. And if you have done that, please put it in my driveway yesterday. Anyways, how heavy is it? How heavy is this? 3,400 pounds. We have 400 horsepower. Let's drop that down to 3,100. And let's also, I guess, get a new exhaust on it. Yeah, because it kind of sounded like it was built by Dyson. I shall rock this one, and then street intake and a flywheel. This is going to be a really, really good retro saloons car. Actually, there's something crazy I actually want to show you, because you probably think the Chaser is maybe like a 50,000 credit car, maybe like 40 or 30,000. What if I told you it actually was 15,000? The Toyota Chaser is 15,000 credits. 15,000. Now, if that's not a damn good deal, I don't know what is. Also, wait, we can still open the hood? Oh. But yeah, 15,000 credits for this. It's nice and cheap, and honestly, it looks so good. I will say the Chaser does look amazing. Or maybe that's because I did put the parts on it, but still. I am a firm believer of big headlight, small grille supremacy. And this has big headlight, okay size grille. That's what I like with cars. That's what cars... I like the color. That's what cars should be, because honestly, I'm rocking that silver. Oh, I'm rocking the silver. Are you kidding me? I forgot what I was gonna say. Can we do the mirrors? Okay. If we could paint the like mirror bases, then I would rock carbon fiber, but we can't, so never mind. And the wing, okay. Now the wheel color, I think actually if you go with gold wheels. Okay, gold wheels is the way to go for sure. But there's so many other cars I gotta take a look at. I want to take a look at everything, or just about everything, because I mean, this thing, like, this thing is just so cool. I had no idea it was gonna have TRD parts. I mean, I figured I'd have customization, but I thought it was gonna be like full Origin Lab parts. Well, that's the Origin Lab wide body kit, which I actually genuinely hate. Like, I hate it. Okay, but let's actually get out and drive this thing. Honestly, I kind of figured I was going to do a drift build on it, but I feel like everyone's going to do a drift build. And something else this reminds me of is a first car I actually had in mind fairly recently. What if I did a chaser-style build on a 2001 Toyota Camry? Now, hear me out, because this thing reminds me of the Camry. Like, I mean, yeah, it is much cooler than the Camry, but it's a four-door sedan. The rear end is a little bit longer, front end's a little shorter, and the headlights, before I was really interrupted by that WRX, I was going to say the headlights are also roughly similar to the 01 Camry. So I was thinking, I mean, how expensive can a 2001 Toyota Camry be? Like, let's be honest, surely it cannot be like more than $7,000, let's be honest, because it's a Toyota Camry. It's a Camry. I will say that this thing, I always say I will say that, but I will, yes, I do indubitably pronounce that this car, actually, it's quick, but I did not set it up. Actually, even handling is good. Maybe this would actually be good in A-Class. I feel like what I should have done, though, is I could have packed a little more weight into it, and then I could have done the, the camshafts so it revs a little bit higher, because I do notice the RPM limit is just under 7,000. And I feel like I could have definitely improved that. So I guess that's just a little unfortunate. But the customization for this thing is definitely there. Just kind of a shame about the wings, because I really wish we had more wing options. I do appreciate the TRD bumpers, but you gotta imagine how many other body kits there are for this thing. I mean, you can't just add in Origin Lab kit and some TRD parts. Like, there has to be so much more for this. Like, maybe it's a 1997, so maybe, just maybe, like maybe Wings West made a kit, maybe Bomex made a kit. You have the licensing for that, and maybe they did make something for this. Maybe you thought it was a little too ugly, but you had the TRD rear wings, which honestly were hideous. But yeah, I will say, I gotta stop saying it. Thank you for reminding me not to say it. Oh, I'm getting on the highway the wrong way. But they definitely wanted people to make a drift build out of this, not a race build, so I bet if I took this in the A-Class online, it would be a little bit unexpected. I don't want to play online, though, because I played online earlier, and every single time I play online, this game reminds me that I wasted $120. I would like a full written explanation as to how a Porsche 911 Dakar gets beaten on a rally trail by what I can only describe as a whale driving a jelly bean with rear tires thicker than your mother. I'm talking about the Honda Beats. You literally cannot win against a Honda Beat unless you shove that bitch into a wall or past a checkpoint or literally anything. The Honda Beat is officially the worst car in Forza Horizon 6 simply because of the morons who drive it. Because they use an overpowered car to make up for the fact they have no idea how to drive anyways. Racing should be fun. It should be testing your car, seeing who has the fastest one, not taking the meta and shoving people out of the way just to ensure you see a little number 1 on your screen. Because eventually, there's going to be a 1 or a 2 behind that 1 because you can't drive for shit. That's why I always do spec racing, because at least that is somewhat fair. But back to the Chaser. I like this thing. The main thing I love is how cheap it is. Because 15,000 credits with so many possibilities for builds, this thing is going to be incredible. It is incredible, and I know it's only going to get better from here. Hopefully they pull a Horizon 5 and they actually give cars more customization post-launch, because this thing definitely deserves it, because we gotta see so many more different builds for this. Because yeah, 2 bumpers, and 2 front bumpers, 2 wings, 2 rear bumpers, and 2 side skirts, and 2 hoods. That's fine, but it could be so much more. There's so much more potential for this thing if you just pull the trigger on it and just give it as much customization as you can. Because the Supra has a wide body, gets so much customization. People were hyped for this too, so why can't you just... I think I should have upgraded the brakes. I probably should have upgraded the brakes. But this thing, it could be so much more. It's so much already, but it could be so much more.